G'day, welcome back to Brooksy's Car Restorations. I promise you this is the last you'll see of the old Forester, but I'm going to take all the plastic off and do a reveal of the paint that we just did. And then the video we'll be working on one of the other cars. Probably the old Rocky. So with the magic of YouTube, still needs a buff and a polish, but if you remember last video, the start of last video, it's a lot better than it was. And then how'd the back bumper turn out? If you remember that, all the cracked paint. Mind you, she's dusty and whatever else, and we'll give her a bath, but you get the idea. Paint job can make a huge difference, especially when you're selling them. You can take a $500 or $1,000 car and make it a $3 or $4 grand car easily with the right paint job. And you know, if you do it yourself, you're looking at, well, how much did I don't even spend $100 of paint for that. So, you know, might take you an extra day to do the job or whatever else. Well, I did it over a space of a day. Could have done it a lot faster, but I've always got stuff going on. But yeah, pretty happy for a roller can job. And you know, when I'm trying to sell the car, it's going to look a hell of a lot better than the old bonnet and cracked bumper that it did. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's sense, but you know, without that, it's probably a $2,000 to $2,500 car, maybe a bit more with all the work I've done on the head gaskets and everything else. But you know, now it's a potentially $4,000 to $4,500 car. So, yeah. Anyways, we will get this car out of the garage very soon, and we will start on the old girl again, back on the Rocky, which I've been dying to get back onto. So now that we've got that spare garage, we can start pulling bits and pieces off it and getting in and welding and eventually get it painted, put it back on the road. Because mechanically there's really not much wrong with this car as far as I know. The brakes could probably do with a little bit more love, but rust wise it needs a little of attention. It's going to get all new door cards and stuff too, because they're cactus. So back today, got the young fellow with us. I know I promised I'll work on the Rocky, and I've got 2 days potentially of work this week, so something will be getting done on the Rocky, hopefully. But first, I want to, and I've been wanting to do this for a while, we're going to take out the carby and give it a once over, give it a good look at and clean it up and potentially rebuild it if it needs rebuilding. But yeah, also just another thing that we didn't want to necessarily have to do anything on the Subi, but something happened.
You've got a leak in your headlight. Your headlight fluid's only half full.
Yeah, I also want to set up some sort of a drain plug so I can you know, refresh my headlight fluid whenever I need to. Yeah, so
A filler plug as well. I don't know why they don't put them on standard.
Maybe a goldfish.
A goldfish would be an interesting touch.
Yeah, yeah.
What sort do you reckon?
Not sure.
Black mold?
But
Anyway.
yeah. Could be fun. But this is a light and blinker all in one, so I don't know if do you need to separate the blinker fluid from the light fluid, or?
Oh, that's a tricky one. I don't know if you can get a blend. Maybe.
Or do they share the same fluid?
Oh no, they're different.
Huh? Please leave a comment and tell us what you reckon.
When you light blinker fluid up, it's orange. Headlight fluid stays clear.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, well, I don't think it should be doing that either way. The sharing of the fluid.
Okay, well baffle's broken.
It is. You'll be baffled.
Yeah, it is. It is. It has broken through. Okay.
So we're just going through basics, really. The cable here has got to come off. Undone and pulled out. There's a couple of wires on the inside here that need to be taken off. One tube there, fuel line, the top part, and there's another wire on this side that I can see so far. And then you've got 2 bolts, one here and one here on the bottom. And seems somewhat straightforward. I don't like saying that though and jinxing myself, but we'll get a better look at it once the breather comes off. Alright, disconnected all the lines, removed the top part, disconnected the accelerator thingy, just pulling the, unscrewing the, unbolting the cubby now, basically. Getting to the back one's a little bit more difficult. I've had to remove the distributor. I'm hoping I can sort of reach in there now, but there's really not a lot of space. Maybe I'll have to remove the coil as well. I know I did something earlier to tighten it, but anyways. Alright, I wrestled it and she's out. The gasket looks pretty good. It's not broken. Put some seal on it, I hope for the best. So yeah, we'll tear into this and have a look at it. Just so you know, I don't have any of these fancy you know, cleaning machines and blah 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 blah. I just do it the old fashioned way, toothbrush and carby / throttle cleaner and whatever screwdriver I need, whether it's Phillip head or flat blade, whatever. I think most of this is Phillips, so I need to get the right screwdriver. Right, I cleaned up the top section there, the butterfly and everything so far. We're going to pull this float chamber out, open and have a good look inside there, see what it looks like. Just a disclaimer, I'm by no means a professional, I just love to tinker. Right, we've unscrewed the top bit. Yeah, we've already cleaned up that little section there. So, that's the where your fuel comes in. It seems nice and clean. Looks really good actually. We'll give it a squirt anyway, just for good measure. Dad's struggling over there with the lights. Had to take the bumper just to get at them. Alright, how's the float looking? in there looks pretty good too. I mean, I run fuel cleaner through my car all the time, so maybe that helps a lot. But I cannot fault this carby yet. We haven't looked at the throttle yet. We call it throttle pump. Hopefully that's not our issue. But I mean, those things can go. But so far, I'm pretty happy. Be careful taking off the your what do you call it? That diaphragm can be broken very easily, especially if it's getting a bit old or whatever. I'll have a look at that and see if it's probably having any issues. But yeah. I'm feeling like this carby's pretty decent. Well, I dropped my phone in the bloody carby cleaner, but it seems to be alright. So, inside the throttle, that's what we're looking at. It's pretty nice. The you could probably do with a new, what do they call it, diaphragm or something like that, but it's not broken, a little bit frayed. But yeah. On another note, we're thinking about salvaging the headlights. But they're growing some sort of an ecosystem. You could clean them up. Dad thinks they're never going to really seal properly. He's just thinking about drilling holes in the bottom of it. I'm thinking, well, maybe I'm just better off getting another second-hand pair. Someone already tried
Someone drilled a hole in this one already, but the problem is it's a couple of inches above the bottom of the light, so we had 2 inches of water sitting in the bottom of this one. It wasn't high enough to get into the lens, but it's been growing a garden in there and causing it to condensate.
And this is the good light. We still haven't got the bad light off yet, so maybe I'll just fork out some money and go to the wreckers or something, try and get a better pair.
The other thing is the lenses are all buggered. If you look through there, it's all
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
They're scratched all buggery. I tried cleaning them up once. I tried buffing them once, and they never really come clean. They still had that orange tinge to them. So I may have to bite the bullet and just spend a couple extra bucks. Anyways, I'm gonna go put this carby back together, put it back in the car, and call it a day on the Beetle, hopefully. Alright, she's back together. Clean up the surfaces and on there and in the car and get her back in, see if it makes any difference. I'm also going to clean up this contact here. She's having trouble when she's cold, and maybe this is part of the auto choke system. Maybe sometimes it's getting good electricity, sometimes not, who knows. Just mess around with it, see if we can't fix it. Otherwise maybe new contact / wire, whatever. Who knows? Look at this guy. Get that? All that for a set of headlights.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, Dad, you can do that. Yeah, Dad, you can do the headlights today. You should be in and out in 20 minutes. Last time I heard that, I was the same story.
I think he made it up. Had to take the bumper off just to make himself look like he's doing a bit more work. I don't know, but anyways. But all that for just some pair of headlights. I was saying to Dad, looks like I've had a serious front end bloody collision.
Yeah,
If my wife doesn't know what's going on, she's going to come out and ring me up and ask me if I'm all right. She'll think I've been in a crash or something.
They're all apart anyway, the way behind you there.
Yeah, I know.
They're all stripped. Starting to clean them.
Anyway, we're going to go get some lunch. So just having a feed. The old man got some calamari and calamari burger.
Calamari burger with some extra calamari.
The old Fat Freddy's. And I got a nice steak burger. And we're going to have some nice lunch, and we're going to watch my mate, Justin. G'day, Justin. From Two Store Garage. Doesn't miss an episode of mine. Cheers, buddy. Enjoy some lunch and watch your newest episode. Alright, Cubby's back on. managed to get this bit freed up, which was causing, so when you push the accelerator when you first start the car, that should pop, this should pop down like it is now, and put the choke on basically, and that wasn't working properly before. I had to physically do that. Now it's doing it from inside the car. It's doing it every time. It's popping down until it gets thing. We've put everything back on. We're about to fire up for the first time, see if cleaning it out, fix it. I know at least I've fixed that auto choke issue anyways, if nothing else is necessarily sorted. So we'll just give it a crack and see how she runs cold, because I haven't really ran it properly yet. I mean, I ran it earlier today very shortly just to move it, but... Oh, it might help if I put the distributor back on, hang on. So, we ran it. Yeah, it's definitely distributor related, because I'm turning the distributor and it's getting, it's when it's cold, it's coughing and carrying on, and then you turn it a little bit and it comes a little bit cleaner, I don't think the bolt that holds the distributor and stops it from moving around, I think it's questionable, because the first few times that we tuned it, we had to keep retuning it, untightening it and turning it back and then retightening it. I don't think that's really holding it in place, because with the cap twisted a centimeter, it runs much better. I didn't physically, I did this just to get myself home one day because it wasn't running well enough to drive it, and the timing picked up and was running heaps better. Let's have a look at these headlights now. So Dad cleaned out all the crap out of them. From factory, apparently the glue in these is absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. And every single one of these has leaked or caused problems at some point in their lives. So putting brand new glue in these might be the fix, but the lenses are still pretty crap. But I've wasted enough money on this car, and new headlights or even good second-hand ones are about $400 each, so it's like, nah, not happening. But all the moss and that's gone now. Just trying to dry them out. Maybe I'll get the heat gun out and give it a proper dry out. And the Dad's just getting the lenses as clean as you can. And the bastard broke my bloody toothbrush. Look at this.
That was very malicious. Yeah, this light is
I know it's cracked.
Yeah, it's like very cracked.
I'm just not forking out $400 to $1,000 a light.
No.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's broken on the light too.
Yeah. Not for a car that's worth $2.5–3 grand, whatever. Yeah, you missed a spot. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I know it's inside. But yeah. So could we potentially? We'll have to silicone that crack a bit, maybe.
Or just leave it and drill holes in the bottom and let the water out.
True. Well, we're doing that. We're doing the drilling anyways, but.
I was considering not drilling it because I've got the seals cleaned up really well, but I'm going to silicone it back together again. But with a crack in it like that,
yeah, you got no choice.
If you put a big bead of silicone down there, that's going to look terrible. You better not siliconing that up and putting a big couple of holes in the bottom, I reckon. I don't know.
Or plastic weld it.
You get some silicone.
Maybe. Plastic weld wouldn't leak, but it would look ugly.
Yeah, there'd be a big weld in the front of it.
Unless you cleaned it up with a sander or something, but whatever. Then you'd have scratch marks on the lens. You can't win, I don't think.
Oh.
Dude. There's a blooper for you.
I just backhanded that.
My wife's garden's attacking him. You got some nasty spikes on it.
Nasty, dude.
Anyway. Adjusted the timing slightly. It's running a bit better now. That wasn't coming on properly though. A lot smoother though. A little bit smoother. Calling me a liar. I don't know. But it's not the carby anyways. Play with the Dizzy a bit more maybe. So, probably going to call it a day. Got stuff done on the Beetle. Got the Rocky in, so we'll start on her tomorrow. And I was thinking about doing out two videos, but I'm not going to now. I'm just going to put out one with a general vlog, car vlog. Bumper and lights are back on. We put all new, what do you call those things? Clips? Push clips, whatever. Christmas trees. Now, we'll probably buff these again and get them a bit clearer. I don't think I can save these, but we're doing the best we can. We've resealed them with proper silicone. Hopefully they won't leak. I don't want to get any more condensation in there, but it is what it is. I've tried to seal the cracks and whatnot. Pop the bumper back in. It was a little bit sort of stuck out a bit. Still sort of is a little bit, but it's a lot better than it was.
A bit of a crash on this corner at some point.
Yeah, it's a bit of a scuff. Anyways, done with the Forester for now. Just got to get one little sensor sorted and then she'll be on her way. And probably just buff the headlights and give it a wash and polish and what have you. Put up for sale. But yeah, done for now. With the Forester, it's looking a lot better. So yeah, to be continued.